What is up, YouTube? KM888 here, and today I'm here for you guys with the combo video of my Traptrix Mathmech deck, if you want to call it that. So I'm just gonna go into it in the combo. It's a small one, but this combo is basically the bread and butter of the deck, and it's exactly what started it all. So for this combo, the easiest way to show what you need is to just open up with a Garden and Mantis. This can be done in a variety of ways, of course, because you have so many one-card starters for the Traptrix deck. If you have any two, it sort of works. So, but this is the easiest way to show you guys what you need. So, yeah. So first things first, you're going to normal summon the Mantis. Mantis effect is going to trigger, and you're going to get Traptrix Mathmech from your deck. So this is your hand. Right now, you're gonna link this away into Traptrix Serra. If I find it. There we go. Activate your Traptrix Garden and normal summon the Mathmech. Now, Mathmech is going to trigger, and you're going to get yourself a Floodgate trap hole or any of the trap holes that you need. At this scenario, Serra is going to trigger, of course, and you're going to set a Holotea. Now, bear in mind, this particular combo with the Garden and the Mantis doesn't really play around hand traps like Nibiru and stuff, but that's because I only have 2 cards in my hand. I can't physically play around them with a 2-card hand, so there's probably some other ways like opening a Pudica plus a Mantis, stuff like that also gets you there, but the problem there is that it's weaker to Ash, stuff like that. It doesn't come to its full right if you're just going like 2 cards. So Holotea, ditch the Floodgate, special summon it, and then with the Serra you're going to special summon Dionea, standard combo. Dionea effects set Floodgate. And right here you can make any exceed that you want. So you can choose, there's a wild variety. You can choose to go Rafflesia with any of the 2. If you go Rafflesia, I suggest going with Dionea and Mathmech because they're the 2 monsters, and that way you can get Holotea in your graveyard. If you go for something else, you can go for a Pinguicola, for instance, and then you can search Arachnocampa. You can also go for a Dweller with these 2, or you can go for a Time Thief Redoer with the Holotea and a Dionea or Mathmech. It's your pick, basically. Now for the combo, like for this, I'm going to go with the Pinguicola because it's it gives a little bit of an extension that I can show. So I'm gonna go overlay Mathmech and Dionea. I'm gonna go into Pinguicola. Now with the Pinguicola, I'm going to detach the Mathmech so I can get it into the graveyard. And I'm going to search for Arachnocampa. Arachnocampa is going to make sure that you have a protection for your spells and traps. So I'm going to put this here for my hand. Right here, you don't really need your Serra anymore. So what you're going to do is you're going to go Garden. You're going to banish the Serra. So it's gone. And you're going to special summon the Mantis again. Mantis effect bounds the Floodgate to your hand. So right now you have Floodgate and Arachnocampa in your hand. The reason you do this is because you're going to be able to set 2 cards later, and your opponent won't know where the Floodgate is in your hand. Right now, overlay these 2 into Alambertion. Alambertion effect, detach both. So right here you already have Holotea plus Mathmech in the graveyard for a setup for an interruption next turn. And then with the Alambertion, you're going to search out the Mathmech Circulars. Circular's effect activates, dumping the Nabla, special summon it. Alambertion effect, tribute itself, special summon the Nabla. This will trigger Circulars to search Mathmech Superfactorial. Nabla effect, tribute the Circulars to summon Diameter from the deck. Now, right here, link away these 2 and go into IP Masquerena. Now, a fun thing to do with these 2, Diameter and Nebula, You can also go into a Visas Arme Taras with these two, and you can search for the Vanadium counter trap to get an Omni Negate. I decided to cut it right before I posted the deck profile because I found that the Mathmech counter trap was more of a brick than anything else. Sure, when I went first and the combo goes off, it's amazing, and you get this you get this basically unbreakable field, I think. But it wasn't necessary, and that's kind of the deal. Now right here, you can actually go Arachnocampa, special summon, and you can go into your second Traptrix Serra. Now the reason why this is important to do is so you actually have Serra on the field for your traps. So you can go and set Floodgate Trap Hole and Super Factorial wherever you want, and the opponent won't know where they are. Now, the things that you have a Holotea to go into Arachnocampa, or Myrmelio, depending if you need Arachnocampa for like a Harpy's Feather Duster or a Lightning Storm, or if you need a spell or trap from the opponent. So that's always a good interruption to have. Next up, you have the Super Factorial to actually go with these three. Like, you have 3 spaces left, so you can go Overlay in your opponent's turn. And summon the Laplacian. Now, do remember, even if you activate Mathmech Super Factorial, that is a normal trap. So at this point, if you do it like this, you can go, okay, Laplacian Chainlink 1, Serra Chainlink 2 to summon from the deck. Which is actually crazy, because you can chain block the Laplacian, or you can chain block the Serra, because both their triggers have met. It's really fun to do, and with the Laplacian, using the Mathmechs, you can either get a monster send, a spell or trap send, and a hand rip. And because you use Diameter, you also have an Omni Negate to use with the Laplacian for this turn. So that's something that you get. With the Serra, you get any of your monsters that you still have in the deck, which is a lot. Like, you can get another Myrmelio, you can get the Pudica for interruption. And if you do that, you trigger Serra again to get follow-up in another Holotea. Stuff like that is amazing. On top of that, you have the Floodgate Trap Hole to set anything you want. And if you send anything, like with the Laplacian, you can trigger Pinguicula to attach it to it. What you can also do is, after you've triggered your Serra, like for both effects, you can go Masquerena effect, link these away, go into the SP Little Knight. SP Little Knight will now trigger to banish something in their graveyard or on their field. And then on the second effect, when you banish it alongside a monster of theirs, like imagine you do that, you can use Pinguicula, attach that card to Pinguicula, and then in the end phase, only your Little Knight will return, because the monster that Little Knight banishes was underneath the Pinguicula. I really like this kind of combo for this deck, because it also plays around things like the Lightning Vortex. It plays around it plays around so much. Like, the only thing that it doesn't play around is if you get Nibiru game 1, but not everyone is on Nibiru main deck, and you are of course playing enough extenders to make Rafflesia before your 5th summon, which is actually the way to do this, and I really love this type of deck build for Traptrix right now. That was the main combo of the deck. I hope you guys liked it a little bit. But that is what I was trying to work with. If you go back to the deck profile, you can see how I'm playing like a couple of like 10 going second cards, Trusts, Talons. Like, if you really want, you can just swap around all the going second cards, and you can put in any going second cards that you like. You can put in Ibirus, you can put in Effect Veilers, you can put in Dimension Shifters if you want. Although, like, the Dimension Shifters don't work well with the Mathmechs. That's the reason why I'm citing them. because going second, I side out the Mathmech package and I side in the shifters. So stuff like that. But yeah, I really like this board. It gives a lot of interruptions. So seeing you end on, let's see what I ended on. Like this was the board to begin with. You have, like this. So you have the floodgate, which is 1 interruption. The Mathmech Super Factorial has options to go into, where is it? 2, 3, 4, and a 5th interruption. Then you have the Masquerena in SP Little Knight, which is a 6th removal. Pinguicula can attach something, which, like, a 7th. And then Little Knight could be an 8th afterwards. You still have the Holotea for a 9th interaction. They don't all have to be interruptions or removals. Like, just the fact that you can interact 9 times is crazy. And then Sarah is going to trigger from any of the traps, giving you a 10th interaction with the opponent, which is mind-boggling. Like, it's really fun to do it like that. And this is from 2 cards. So if you open Mantis Field Spell alongside 3 hand traps, that's kind of golden, isn't it? So yeah. That was the combo that I wanted to show you guys. If you want to see more, you can comment down below, and I might consider like doing some hands for you guys so you can see how the deck works. But this is basically the bread and butter of the deck. Exactly the thing that I was going for. So yeah, see you guys in the next video. Ciao.